Good morning, Las Vegas and everyone else. Sick and tired here. So I don't know if you noticed, but I changed my picture yesterday for the thumbnail, and yeah, I hate it. I don't like it. I was trying to do something that kind of like matches the theme of the channel and my name, but it's not working for me. So I think I'm gonna change it, but I don't know to what. I actually have my sister, she's making me a custom thumbnail. So when it's done, you'll get to see it. I can't wait. It's gonna be so cute. Then I'll have an official thumbnail that I probably will never change because I don't like change. So for today, I have, I didn't really know. Okay, so I decided today to just do Reddit in general. Like, I don't have a specific topic today. So we have entitled parents, we have narc parents, I think we have too hot. It's just a big mosh posh. And yeah, I think it's gonna be insane, which is great because that's what we do here. Okay, finally, we are ready to go. You guys ready? Partner thinks I cheated. I don't think I did. This will be kind of jumbled since I've been arguing since like 4 a.m. I'm purposefully leaving out gender to avoid biased answers. Basically, me and my partner L have been together for about 7 months and basically do everything together. Rarely a moment spent apart aside from work. 7 months and they already live together. Ooh. This morning, I wake up to a text message claiming I'm a liar and that they are sleeping in the other room. Puzzled, I start freaking out about it, of course. So here's what happened. Before I met my partner, I used to talk to this person. We will call them G. Me and G never really had much of a relationship, mostly texting on and off and some sexting sometimes. I've known G for about 2 years. During that time, I was celibate and they live across the ocean. I would say things that implied G had the opportunity to get sexual with me. Me. Oh my goodness. This actually ended. I put ended in quotations because it was never a consistent thing. About a few months before I met my partner, we started dating in December. So it was just sexting. This person was celibate. All right, so they were flirting in text messages and then it ended. Every now and then, G will send me some memes. In January, I responded to a meme with one of those automatic laughing emoji responses. Every once in a while, if I'm going through my unseen messages, I'll double tap or like one of the memes. Really not putting much thought behind it. Well, this really pissed L off. All I can think of is L from Death Note now.
Yeah, we know.
They claimed I was a liar and a cheater because of this, that I was never celibate. I tried to clarify that I don't think this is cheating, but I understand why they were uncomfortable. I get why they were mad, and honestly, I really didn't put 2 and 2 together. G wasn't a backup plan for me. We were friends before anything got sexual, so I guess it just didn't click. But a cheater though? I don't think so. Am I a cheater? Edit, I want to add I haven't sent anything of substance to them since October, aside from the emojis and likes. Edit 2, I think a lot of the information is lost on a lot of you, and I will clarify. 1, G does not send me sexual messages, a meme here and there. The last time I've said anything of substance to G, like a full thought out text message, was October. January was when I responded with laughing emojis. Since then, it's just been liking memes that were sent. The question is not, was it wrong? I'd feel terrible if it was the other way around. The question is, did I cheat? Which at this point is semantics. G was not a side option for me. In fact, I thought so little of G that I didn't even think to consider them something to talk about. Edit, a lot of y'all are traumatized. Liking a meme isn't cheating. I literally can't even wrap my head around that. 1 meme every couple months, 0 communication. Okay, well, I do want to just say right off the bat that don't ask for advice and then get mad if you don't like the answers. You're saying it's not cheating. Then why did you ask your question in the first place? However, I agree with you 100%. You're just liking memes and you guys were never sexually involved. This is kind of a tough situation because you're not a liar and you're not a cheater as far as we can tell. But I would be very uncomfortable, if it was my husband that was liking memes from somebody that he used to kind of have a sexual relationship with. And I use that very loosely, as in these terms here. That would make me uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie. But for them to say that you're a cheater and a liar, my best advice is always the advice that I give to everybody. You guys need to sit down as a couple and talk about it. If we're just cutting through the question that you asked here, I don't think you're a cheater. I don't think you're a liar. But I do think you need to talk to your significant other. What do you think, ladies? What do you think, my coven? What would you do? All right. So, oh, what was that one from? That was from Two Hot Takes, which I learned as a podcast. I did not know that. I thought that it was just a subreddit. Might have to look them up because I think I might like their stuff. This one comes from Entitled Parents. My parents have made wedding planning a nightmare. Oh God, they're so good at that, aren't they? I just want to rant. It's been a year of parents being completely insufferable. From the beginning, my dad has told me that he either plans for the whole wedding or doesn't want to have anything to do with it. What? But that has not been the case. Oh, okay. It makes it very clear when he hates something. My finance and I are paying for wedding, for your information. Where do I start? They didn't like the venue, a beautiful golf course. They weren't happy with the guest count of 250 because they wanted double that? My God, 250 is a lot of people. Carrie Bradshaw didn't even have 250 people at her wedding. Don't quote me on that. They're not happy with the DJ I picked and wanted to bring their own musician. My mom hated my wedding dress because I didn't pick the one she wanted. Oh, hell no. She's grown to like it, but is now complaining about the way it's being altered. She wanted to add some sparkles to the dress, which I've denied. Okay, I have so much to say, but I will get through this first.
It can't get any worse, can it?
But it did get worse.
They hate the layout of the tables at the venue. My dad tried to get us to change our first wedding song to a song of his choice. They hate that I'm not playing more traditional music from their culture, even though I'm splitting the songs, even with my fiance, who's from a different culture. I brought my mom and mother-in-law to meet with the decorator to get their opinion, and my mom hates the decor and embarrassed me in front of the decorator because she didn't have what my mom envisioned and what I picked was too simple. It's just elegant and fits in with the venue. In my tradition, the bride literally dances her way out of her parents' house, and it's a huge ordeal with drummers waiting outside. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Anyway, I'm an introvert and not a huge dancer, so I asked them to just skip the dancing and drummers and make it simple with classic music playing in the background and everyone just hanging out. It's a loud event and it's just not for me. My mom cried on the phone when I told her this. I just got my engagement pictures back today. We went for a simple shoot in the city and my dad criticized every single picture. Told me to tell the photographer that they're awful and to get a new photographer for the wedding. The photographer and her husband are both guests at the wedding as they're friends of ours, and the pictures turned out beautiful. They've basically tried to control every single thing down to the last detail. Wedding is in 2.5 weeks and I can't stand them anymore. All right, here I go. They didn't like the venue. It's not their wedding. They weren't happy with the guest count. Again, it's not their wedding. They're not happy with the DJ. It's not their wedding.
You're beginning to see a pattern here.
My mom hated my wedding dress. That would make me furious. Now, there were 2 things that I was really anal about when it came to my wedding. I wasn't a bridezilla, at least I don't think I was. I didn't really care about like the flowers, I didn't care about the venue as much. I didn't really care about any of that. I cared about the dress and the cake. Those were the 2 things I cared about more than anything. My mom told me that she hated a wedding dress that I picked out, a dress that I loved. That would be both very hurtful and too infuriating. But who gives a shit? It's your dress. The bride's dress is probably the thing that reflects her the most. It's like the most important thing to us. At least I feel like it is. I know that it sucks though. I get it. My dad tried to get us to change our wedding song. Now that to me is also something that is incredibly important. Your first dance, that is between you, the person that you're marrying. That is your guys' dance. I'm sorry that you're going through all this. And the whole part about you, in your culture, usually that it's tradition for the bride to dance her way out and you're not comfortable with that, you're not comfortable with it. In a discussion. That it should just end right there. The pictures, good God. I mean, they just are complaining about everything. And you're the one paying for the wedding? No. Either just bite your tongue for now and just do what you want to do still, or just tell them, you know what, it's not your wedding. You guys need to back off. And thank God your wedding is in less than 3 weeks and this will be over soon. I'm so sorry. Congratulations on your wedding. I hope it's everything you want. I'm so sorry about your parents. Oh boy. This comes from Insane Parents. We got some crazy parents today. My mom made me a contract to sign. If I don't, I get evicted.
What the hell?
All right, let's not jump to conclusions. Let's see. This happened yesterday. I have people that are doing their best to help me through it. My boyfriend offered to let me stay with him, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not signing this. Even if I did, I wouldn't be able to follow it. Maybe for a few days, maybe even weeks, if I really try. But the rest of my life, no way. I'm 19, nearly 20, female. I'm Miss Gray's mom. So the person writing this is Miss Gray. The mom is Ms. Paris. I clean my room. I get stuff around the house done. Maybe it's not spotless or super mega clean. Neither is my house. But it's never filthy or unlivable. I've tried my best, but my best is never good enough. Oh God, can I relate there? She also tried to control how much time me and my boyfriend Rex Green would spend together. And he flew down to meet me after I attempted to stand up for myself. She tried to take my devices, and I just told her she couldn't do that very calmly. And she laughed at me and tried to rip them out of my hands. I have them back now, but for how long? I don't know. Me and my boyfriend have been planning this trip for 4 months, and she genuinely thought she had any control. What is happening? She asked me while I was doing ACT prep if I would be able to handle a job. Thinking it was a choice, I said no, because I didn't think I could. Had I known she would pull this, I would have told her I could try. I may have struggled, but I could probably have done it. Instead, she said okay, and I thought that was it. My friends and my boyfriend and his mom are telling me this is abuse and manipulation, that I need to get out, so I am. This has been building up for years. I've tried talking and it's gotten us nowhere. I'm scared, but I'm leaving. I'm done. Okay, well, I mean, she's made her decision, but let's read the contract. I can't believe this person made a contract for their child. Especially a good child, it sounds like, that's going to school. Oh, like it's typed and everything. Oh boy, okay. Agreement to receive privilege of free shelter, foods, and utilities. No!
Ah! I'm insane with anger!
Oh my gosh. Is that why you guys have kids? Because someday they'll pay you for your house? This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Oh, stuff like that infuriates me. Your child should automatically be getting food, shelter, and utilities forever, no matter how old they are. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, but I didn't have a child so that they could clean my house and pay my bills and take care of me when I get old.
Bitch, I said what I said.
Just a shot of Kahlua in this. I, Miss Gray, being a legal adult, agree to the following to continue to reside at blah, 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 with no financial contribution. So this is her mom saying you can agree to, or you can stay here for free if you go by these rules. Up by 7 a.m. Okay, automatically not signed. Nope. Basil fed and cleaned up after. Breakfast eaten and cleaned up by 8:30 a.m. Dressed, bed made, teeth brushed by 9:15 a.m. Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday drive Brigham to and from work, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Litter boxes tended to by 9:45 a.m. ACT prep work by 10 a.m. She's telling you how to do your college work? Oh my goodness. All daily and weekly chores completed. Clean up after every meal. Shower every other day at minimum. What's happening? My own time must include significant time outdoors and minimum of 30 minutes of exercise. Is she an almond mom? Is that what's going on here? Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus, save me now, Jesus. Research EMDR and ways to navigate ADHD and implement them. I don't know what EMDR means. EMDR. It stands for eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. Is a psychotherapy treatment that is designed to alleviate the distress associated with traumatic memories. Okay, so your mom wants you to do what now? Research it and ways to navigate ADHD and implement them? Run errands for Mrs. Paris as is requested. So your mom wants she wants a personal assistant is what it sounds like. Sunday can be a down day. Get up later, etc. Only expectation being Sunday's chores done and outdoor time. All right, so those are her terms, and these are the strikes. If you mess up, the hammer's gonna come down. First strike, all of Miss Gray's devices will be confiscated to be earned back by consistent implementation of above items. Second strike, Mrs. Gray will not have access to a vehicle or be earned back by consistent implementation of listed expectations. And she will not be able to do. My brain is literally shutting down from just the bullshit of this. It can't even handle it. Consistent implementation of listed expectations, and she will not be able to do socialize. You will not be able to do the socialize if you keep it up there, Miss Gray. Third strike. SAU will be off the table. Oh, as Miss Gray will need to acquire a full-time job to save money for her own vehicle, pay for her own car insurance, contribute to groceries and utilities. She can revisit college options that fit in with working at least part-time. My heart is breaking right now. If my daughter got accepted into, I never went to college, so I don't know if these colleges, if SAU, I don't know if that's a good college or not, but just any college, I would be so proud. I would be crying. I would be like, honey, do you need a hot meal? You need a bed to stay in? Whatever it takes for you to do really well in school. I would be so proud. And this mom is just, it's crazy. Fourth strike, she will need to have a full-time job and contribute a third of rent in addition to the aforementioned contributions such as utilities. Fifth strike, Ms. Gray will need to find other living arrangements. Do you think this mom is jealous? It sounds like Miss Gray she's got a boyfriend. She's going to college. It sounds like she's doing well. I couldn't imagine treating my daughter like this. I would be so proud of her. Strike defined. A day where all the listed expectations are not met without timely communication beforehand with reasonable reason, sick, emergency, etc., and help was not asked either of Brigham or Miss Paris. Time frame resets once expectations have been met for a period of 7 consecutive days. By signing and dating this document, I, Miss Gray, agree to follow the items outlined. By not signing, I acknowledge I am agreeing to begin the process of looking for a different residence. Geez, if my mom handed me this, I might actually burn it in the house and do like witchcraft around it because my mom's like a huge Christian. And with the disrespect that's in this, I'd have no problem disrespecting her back. Actually, I'm all talk. Don't listen to me. Yeah, I don't blame you for not signing. This is really shitty. And I'm so sorry that this is happening to you and that your mom's doing this to you. She should be proud. I don't understand. And there's 2 sides to every story. But I don't even know if I'd want to hear the mom's side because who would do this to their daughter? Their daughter who is trying to prep for college. That to me right there, your daughter is trying to, or your son or whoever, your child is trying to get into college and they are doing all this prep work and they are really trying to study. They're laying the groundwork for having a really good future, which they deserve. And you are impeding that on purpose. Why? This one has me really upset, really heated.
I'm losing my mind!
And I think you were right to move out. I think you're right. All right. I could rant and rave about that all day long. We'll move on. We'll just do one more because this video is actually a little bit longer than I intended. So this is from Reddit on Wiki. I didn't even know that was a thing. I am very much jealous of my husband's ex-wife. Plus an update, okay? I'm 40 female and very much jealous of my husband's 50 male's ex. Our relationship started with an affair. Ugh. I know it was wrong. Their marriage was on the rocks. And you took advantage of that. And my husband wanted to end it. When she, 48 female, learned about the affair and she didn't scream or shout at me. She was rather calm. She only asked me if I truly loved her husband. I said yes. She told me that if I am going to be a part of my husband's life, I better treat her kids, 19 female, 16 male, and 14 female, with respect and not push them to accept me. She didn't even create any hassle in the divorce. Things were tough. My husband's parents and friends really criticized us, and his parents almost disowned him. If it wasn't for his ex, they would have went with it, but his ex convinced them to not cut us off. Wow. She's a strong woman. Their parents did forgive my husband, but I still feel like an outsider to them. That's because you are, but they do love our kid, 4 male. My husband's ex is very different. She never held a grudge against me, always pushed her kids to have a relationship with their dad. His oldest doesn't talk to him because of the divorce, and it always hurts my husband that his daughter wants nothing to do with him. The rest of them are good. They do not love me, but they are very civil. She never badmouthed me or called me a homewrecker. She did her best for the kids. She still tries her best so that her oldest daughter has a good relationship with her dad. I used to think she is a silly woman for not holding a grudge. She was always nice to me. When I was pregnant, she first congratulated me. And even though she wasn't invited to my baby shower, she sent me a diaper genie as a gift. I always felt guilty that I hurt such a pious woman. I'm starting to wonder if she's thanking you for taking her husband off her hands. To make it more complicated, she is in a relationship with my cousin. Interesting. My parents love her. Oh, this was her ultimate revenge. My parents love her. Uncle and aunt love her. Even my cousin's kids love her. She never discriminated between her kids and mine. She always sends some cookies or extra food for my son with her kids whenever it is their visitation time. She even met my son and treats him like her own. For the longest of time, I wondered why she is like this. Is she trying to win her husband back? I even asked her why she doesn't hate me when I was her husband's mistress. She told me she doesn't see the point because whether or not she hates me, her marriage is over anyways. I am jealous of her. She is not just beautiful, but also graceful. Yeah, she is. I know I was very much younger than her when my husband started the affair, but I can say she is much more better looking than I am. Even if I took her place in her husband's life, but I can never be her. This person has fucking problems. So I think this is the update. My husband is still in love with his ex-wife. I feel so alone. I made a post a few days, this is the update. I made a post a few days ago. There I vented my frustration about how my husband's ex was so good. Yes, a part of me was jealous of her. She was so nice and kind. Her kids are really well behaved. I know they will never accept me as their part. I know they will never accept me as their part of family, but good God, this is like the fourth time I tried to read the sentence. I know they will never accept me as part of their family, but they haven't always been mean to me, or my son anyways. I changed the sentence because she butchered it. Till now, I thought the problem was my husband's ex, but no, the problem was him. It's him and you. I do not know how it came to this. I agree when we started dating, he was married. He told me his marriage was already over and he would be getting a divorce soon. Their marriage has problems. That's all I knew. The problem started almost a few months ago. I could see him being distant towards me. I know couples go through stages in life where they have been distant towards each other. I tried to give him space that he needs before getting married. We went to premarital counseling. Oh, that's never a good sign. Because my husband was really adamant to not screw up. For those months, there was no intimacy. I didn't think he would cheat. Why? Why not? Really? Oh my God. Because he wasn't late or hid anything on his phone. Then when we finally became intimate and made love, he said his ex-wife's name. That's when I froze. Why? Next day I confronted him. He didn't lie to me. He broke down in tears and said that he is still in love with his ex. My heart broke. I guess I know how she must have felt when I was the other woman. I asked him if he really loved her. Why did he marry me? I got the picture after 6 effing years. Yes, they had problems, but according to my husband, it was his fault. I believe him. He never confessed his affair. His ex-wife found out about the affair on her own and confronted him. He was ready to make the marriage work, but before that, his wife served him divorce papers. The last thing she said to him was she is giving him the freedom he wants. My husband said he begged and pleaded. His ex was smart. She only kept the house and 50-50 for the kids. I read it 50-50 of the kids, and I was like, what? No, okay. She even explained the kids the reason for the divorce. His oldest daughter knew the actual reason, but the other two were given a kid-friendly reason. On top of his divorce and his oldest daughter not talking to him really put a toll in his mind. Knock, knock, who's there? It's the consequences of your actions. I was there for him. He thought that he should move on with his life with me instead. But deep down, he always loved her. He always feels guilty for hurting her. I understand all of that, but I don't understand why now. He said he wants to start a new life with me. I apologize to everyone. I do not hate his ex. It's not that I am mad. He is a weak man. I am not a better woman. He will always have a place in his heart for her because they have been together since teenagers. I notice the signs now. Whenever he would see his ex with her new boyfriend, he would get upset. He tried to hide it, but I know why. I am living in the guest room until we sort this thing out. I guess y'all are happy because I am getting what I deserve. You both are. I'm very anti-cheating and very pro-monogamy. And the fault to me always lies, of course, on the cheater. It does. He made the choice to cheat. But if you are having an affair with somebody that you know is married and know is in a relationship, not just married, but they have 3 kids together, they've built this massive life together, and you're okay with that, possibly crumbling that and destroying that, I think that you are just as bad as the person that's cheating. Hopefully this can be a learning experience for you. And you two deserve each other. Okay, so this video is way longer than I meant for it. I'm very sorry. I hope you enjoyed it though. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I freaking love you guys. And I will see you next time. Until then, I hope your magic is strong. I hope your symptoms are low. Mwah! Bye.